Hey there, we're going to talk about something I don't talk about very often, which is parenting. So don't forget to like the video, share the video with somebody who it would benefit, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click follow so that you're notified whenever I release a new video. So, parenting, I'm hearing a lot of people who are saying that they're really frustrated. They're doing everything they can do, and it's not working. They don't know, doing the best they can right now. And even with doing the best they can, there's some level of frustration, and there is. This is an uncertain time, which makes all of us really vulnerable because we want solutions right now, right this second. That's why companies like Amazon are so popular, right? Because we want things now and we don't have answers. And when we don't have answers, we don't know when it's going to end. And that can be really frustrating. But what's happening is it's our inabilities from our childhood that are not allowing us to cope in the way that we think we should be able to. And it's very isolating. And what's happening is between the isolation and our own past, it's kind of being projected onto our kids. And that's something that does not make it okay, because we have to be aware of that and correct it. But it is something that happens. I know even in my own parenting for years, I said, I've given my kids all of these things that I've never had. Well, if you say the same thing, if you look at your kids and say, oh, well, I never had this, or I never had that, or they have more than I do, or if they were raised by my parents, it would be this way. I'm going to ask you that right now you just stop doing that. Just stop, because what that means is you're trying to repair yourself through giving your kids everything that you didn't have, by giving them all of these things that you think you needed as a child, or and maybe you did need some of them. But what's happening is you're not actually helping your child, because your child's needs are going to be different than yours were, because you're different than your parents, and your partner, if they're involved, is going to be different than your parents. So we have to stop saying things like, they have so much more than I did, because you might not be meeting their needs. You need to know what the needs of your child is, and you need to meet your child's needs. It's very unfair and it's very unhealthy to try to heal yourself through giving your kids everything that you didn't have, or by saying, I'm doing this and I never had that. Because if we really stop and we really look at those statements, what we're saying is, I'm healing myself by doing this for my child. So, in some ways, our child is bearing the responsibility for our childhood, and that's not fair. So, I want you to think about that. And as you go through this, maybe get involved in some parenting groups, or there's got to be something on Facebook, right? The king of all groups. And connect with other people who are in a similar situation, and allow that to be your outlet. And I want you to spend some time and reflect on how often you say that your kids have more than you did, or they're getting to experience things that you did not have the opportunity to do. And then I really want you to take a look at your kids and say, what does my child need? Not what do I need to feel like I'm a good parent. What does my child actually need from me? And approach them from that place. And I'm telling you, it's going to make the whole homeschooling and isolation, being trapped and feeling all of those feels, a little bit easier. All right, so thank you for watching, and I will be back with more stuff.